I've got the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus right here. Yesterday you saw me install LineageOS 18.1 on the device. And today I just wanted to give you a quick look at this custom ROM, give you my opinion on how it's performed since I installed it, the type of bugs that I've noticed, and how I've accomplished some common tasks such as finding the best Google Cam port, passing SafetyNet checks, properly registering a fingerprint because it can be tricky, and more. So this is the second release of LineageOS 18.1 for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. This device is available for all three variants of the Galaxy Note 10. So you got the Galaxy Note 10, the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G. If you have the Exynos variant of these devices and the bootloader is unlocked, you can follow my previous tutorial to install this custom ROM on the device. And since I've been using it, it's actually pretty stable. There were a couple of hiccups during setting some things up, but there are actual workarounds to getting those working, and the experience has been very fluid so far, from day-to-day performance to light mobile gaming, and just overall user interface fluidity with things like animations. So the first thing I did with this phone is I enabled advanced reboot so that I could quickly and easily reboot into, say, recovery mode. And you can find this advanced restart in the settings so that once it's enabled, again, we can quickly restart. And then I downloaded both Magisk as well as the latest Google Apps package. I chose to download the Mind the GApps package. And once you're in recovery mode, we can ADB sideload both Magisk and the Google Apps package. I ADB sideloaded the Google Apps package first, and then booted into Android, made sure everything was set up properly and installed properly. Then I booted back into recovery mode and went back into ADB sideload mode so that I could flash Magisk as well. That gives us root access and gives us a way to sign into our Google account and download applications through the Google Play Store. Once those are flashed through recovery mode, we can boot back into Android. And again, we do that just to make sure everything is installed properly without piling on a whole bunch of mods and scripts all at once. With Magisk installed, you have a quick and easy way of checking SafetyNet. And sadly, with all of this set up this way, you're going to fail SafetyNet checks. However, we are able to bypass this, mainly because it's checking via basic attestation. And we're able to bypass the basic device attestation by using the Magisk hide props config module. Now I need to do a new tutorial showing you how to use this. This received an update, so the process of using it is a little bit different than it was the last time I did a tutorial, which I did, I believe it was for the Google Pixel 4a So look forward to a new tutorial showing you the new method of using Magisk hide props config, which again in this instance will allow you to bypass SafetyNet. And I hope to get that tutorial up on the channel on Monday. We're all aware that the stock camera is not that great when it comes to Lineage OS. Thankfully, there are a lot of Google Cam ports that are available, and I found, if not the best one, a really good one that works for the Exynos Samsung Galaxy devices. And specifically, this one works very well on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 series. I'll be linking to this specific APK in the video description. And just to give you an example, I took a photo of my desk. This was with the stock camera application that comes with the Lineage OS. It takes a decent photo, but you can see a lot of detail is lost in the lines of the desk. And if we compare that to the Google Cam port that I installed, and you can see this picked up a lot more detail in the wood grain of the desk than the Lineage OS camera did. So I definitely feel it is a better camera to use if you're using Lineage OS on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10. So one issue that I did notice was with registering a fingerprint. So when you go into settings, scroll down a little bit, tap on security, we have the ability to set a fingerprint. Now I was having an issue adding a fingerprint. I was told some things that end up breaking the fingerprint registry is pressing too hard. So be careful to not press too hard whenever you register a fingerprint. And also whenever you add your first fingerprint, you want to be very quick to tap. You want to be very gentle, but you also want Android to fail that first scan. Android needs to fail that first scan so that it can actually register. I know it sounds weird. I had an issue when I first installed this. I was able to register a fingerprint very quickly because I did an accidental let go too quickly, but it actually let me register the fingerprint properly. However, when I did a factory reset and tried to set it up again, I was holding my thumb on here a lot longer and it was not allowing it to register. I was getting this enrollment was not completed error message. So if you do get that, it is definitely common, and we're seeing bugs like this because of the issue the developers are having with the fingerprint scanner. But we're able to get around it by doing a quick tap and let go, and then continuing to register the thumb or fingerprint. So that's just a small quirk here, but again, it does work. It's very accurate. In my experience, it's been very fast of unlocking the phone. Very fluid. There's no user interface glitches. The screen doesn't light up bright like my Poco F2 Pro does whenever it's trying to use the fingerprint. I've been very happy with how the performance has been on this install. I think that about wraps everything up. I did a PC Mark benchmark and got fairly lower scores on this device using Lineage OS than I had on Samsung's One UI. I believe I was getting about 9,800, maybe 9,600 using this application on my Note 10 Plus before I installed Lineage OS. So we are getting a little bit of a less score here. That's typically something that we expect when installing a custom ROM like Lineage OS, mainly due to some of the optimizations not being 100% current, but it's certainly not much and definitely a sacrifice that I'm willing to accept so that I can get a clean version of Android like AOSP Lineage OS rather than One UI. So there you have it. That is my quick look at Lineage OS 18.1 for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Those are the small bugs that I've been able to notice so far. Overall, it's been very pleasant. I've enjoyed it. I might actually switch back to the phone. I'd planned on starting to use the Poco F2 Pro as my daily driver. I'm so used to this form factor, and like I said, the fingerprint performance is a lot better, so I may just continue using this with Lineage OS. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. If you have a certain or specific request about this ROM on this device or a specific question, let me know.